Hello and welcome to what's been a very windy Sunday at Rookery Park Golf Club. We played the men's Christmas Am today, and considering the windy conditions, it's been no surprise to me that actually the winners today were the guys with the lowest handicaps. +1, 1, 2 and 10 were the four guys that won. So well done to those guys today. You might be asking, well, why have they won and we haven't? We haven't gotten the prizes. Well, I think it's in their low handicappers' ability to control themselves and the golf ball when the going gets tough, like it has been today. What do I mean by that? Well, controlling themselves, it's knowing what's going to make a good score today. They know they're not going to play to their handicaps. They haven't played to their handicaps today individually, but they're aware of that. They kept going. They haven't got frustrated when the ball's gone out of control on those few occasions where it must have done. They've missed a short putt, lost a golf ball maybe even. They know that's going to happen and they keep going with the next shot, the next hole. So that's number one, controlling yourself. Number two, controlling the golf ball, controlling the flight of the golf ball, controlling the spin of the golf ball. And that's really the main problem. If you just go ahead and play your normal game, the ball's going to spin in the same way, but the problem is when it hits that wind, the wind's going to take control of the golf ball. When the ball shoots up with lots of spin, it hits this wall of wind, it just climbs and stalls and drops, and you've lost 15-20 yards on your expected flight of the golf ball. So we need to be able to control that spin, control your swing to create a lower flying, lower spinning golf shot. So that's the tips I'm going to work on today. If we hit our normal wedge shot from this position about 120 yards out, with our normal ball position, my normal pace of swing, the ball's up in the air, it spins too much, and as I say, it's going to come up short. So I need to make some adjustments to the swing, to the setup, to the club, to make that ball go the distance I want it to go to consistently. So what I've done is now I've changed my wedge and changed it to an 8-iron. Reduce the loft, reduce the spin as a result. I'm going to position the golf ball slightly back in my stance and grip down the handle. That is going to have the effect of just shortening the shot slightly, so it's not going to go normal 8-iron distance, it's going to go pitching wedge distance. By moving the ball back in the stance, I'm exaggerating or making sure that that loft of the club stays down, it keeps the golf ball down. What I must do though is when I get into this setup position, I must make sure that my sternum stays just slightly in front of the golf ball and stays in that position. I don't want to be moving it too far to the left on the backswing, moving it to the right in the downswing, trying to help the ball up in the air. I keep it in that stable position and I just concentrate on rotating the body backwards, rotating the body back forwards towards the target. So keeping that body rotating. What I also need to be careful of is that from this ball position being further back, that I don't pick the club up with the hands and the arms. I see that too much. So we need to make sure again with that turn of the body, the club stays low to the ground and I can rotate through the golf ball, keeping that nice shallow angle of attack. We don't want to be taking huge divots on these shots. We're still sweeping the ball off the turf, but getting the ball up in the air. So I position the ball back in the stance, go down the handle. Nice wide takeaway to start the swing off, and then rotate through to the target. And there we go. Normal pitching wedge distance, flatter trajectory so the ball keeps going through the wind and yet the ball will still stop. The quality of the strike is there that the ball will stop when it hits the green. It's not going to go pinging through the back. So take one or two more clubs, position the golf ball slightly further back in the stance, grip down the handle. Nice wide start to the backswing by turning your shoulders and chest and letting the arms follow that movement. Keep in front of the ball and rotate through to face the target. Don't try and adjust the loft as you come into impact, just rotate through so you take that nice shallow divot. If you follow those tips, if you try it out on your own over on the practice ground or come and have a lesson, I'm sure that if you start to control the golf ball, we'll soon start to see your name appearing on the winners list in these competitions that are coming up thick and fast through the winter months. So come and see me, come and have a lesson. We can talk about what aspect of the game is keeping you from that winner's circle, and hopefully we can improve it as we go into 2013. Thanks for taking the time to listen, and I look forward to giving you some more tips in the near future.